Hey, to the person who sold me their car on September 21st, if this is September 24th and the rapture didn't happen, you're not getting your car back.
If you are seeing this video, you are cooked. You missed the rapture. If you were hoping the rapture was gonna come so you didn't have to go to work tomorrow, I am sorry, you are cooked. You going to work. If you made social media posts happy about finally going home, I am sorry, you are cooked.
Don't let anybody mock you. You are entitled to think that the rapture is coming. And if you believe that the rapture is coming, know that I completely support you. I'm going to ask you to send me a DM so I can give you my account information, because you can't take it with you. So you may as well just send it to someone who is kind and caring and supportive. I am absolutely able to take care of all the resources that you're going to leave behind. I look forward to hearing from you. Safe travels on your journey, and thank you.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right. Now, a lot of you have heard about the rapture that was supposed to be happening on 23rd or 24th of this month, right? So the rapture has left a lot of people broke by now, and some of them have even been left jobless.
Right, and today we're going to be reacting to the Black Americans' reaction after the rapture and what it means for those people who sold their items because they were anticipating rapture.
Right, guys, let us know what you think about this on the comment section. Also consider subscribing if it's your first time here, and we'll come back with our commentaries. But what I have to say before we go is that I'm beyond disbelief in how some people can just be blind to religion to the point where they believe everything people say out there. You know, it's quite unfortunate, and these are things that really happen. But we are coming back with our commentary, so let's watch.
So a bunch of Christians on social media think that tomorrow the 23rd is the rapture, and they've been posting all over social media about it. And people are having a lot of fun with it. But let's talk about religious psychosis for a moment, shall we?
My husband wanted me to request off work for September 23rd. So I requested off, and it was denied. And I wasn't stressing about it. But Thursday in the car, I prayed and I asked God, whenever the rapture happens, whether it is next week, next month, next year, can you please just arrange things where I can be home with my family when it happens? About 4 hours later, I was fired.
That woman believes that God got her fired from her job so that she could spend the rapture with her family. She mentioned later, like, oh, I just gotten some extra PTO days and stuff, but then they decided to be upset about something I've been doing for 6 months but didn't get upset about until now. So they found out that you were doing something wrong and they fired you for it. It's not divine intervention, that's just getting caught. Thinking like that is not rational or logical, and it's not a sane, well mind that thinks that way. But that's pretty harmless, it would seem. This next woman I'm going to show you, and by the way, I want you to go find none of these people. Oh, these people are not doing well. This is not about making fun of them, okay? But this woman, I mean, she is really struggling with this.
Okay, I'm literally about to crash out. Are we not scared? Come on. To think that if the rapture is happening, if the rapture is going to happen in a few days, but they say it's going to happen, that means I only have a few days left with my kids.
She said it herself. She's crashing out. She's having a full-on meltdown about losing her babies because of the rapture. That's her being inconsolable, just being a blubbering mess. That's not good. That's not a sign of a sound mind. That's someone who needs help. And later, when people were telling her that's religious psychosis, she just went into, oh no, it's my faith, and see, in the Bible it says this and that. Here's the issue with something like this. Everyone's having a good time laughing at the people making videos. But this kind of psychosis, when there's a date and a time and an event, and you have people who are unwell, who are expecting something to happen, and then it doesn't because it won't, that is like a breeding ground for family annihilators, for example. Almost certainly someone is going to be like, what do you mean God didn't come get us? My children are supposed to be with God today. And then they take steps to make that happen. Be it a shotgun or a ball-peen hammer or making everybody pray in the garage while the car idles. This kind of stuff happens when we let people who are saying things that are clear signs of them needing mental help and just going, it's just their faith. It's just their belief. Leave them alone. They're harmless. They're harmless until they're not. And this shit should not be normalized.
If you are seeing this video, you are cooked. You missed the rapture. If you were hoping the rapture was gonna come so you didn't have to go to work tomorrow, I am sorry, you are cooked. You going to work. If you made social media posts happy about finally going home, I am sorry, you are cooked. You are already home. If you gave away all your belongings and money, I am sorry, you are cooked. You're going to be homeless. Now, if you are not seeing this video, congratulations. You may have been assassinated or you have been raptured. But if you are seeing this video, I am sorry, you are cooked. Now, if you lead a good life, you can still get to heaven. For the next 70 years, I am sorry, you are cooked. If you believed a random South African man spoke to Jesus in his dream, I am sorry, you are cooked. You are scam likely call's favorite customers. If you quit your job because you are ready for the rapture, I am sorry, you are cooked. Nobody's hiring. You going to DoorDash. Now, if you didn't believe any of this was going to happen in the first place, congratulations, you are safe from having to make an apology video. Like for part 2.
If you are still here, Earthside, with the rest of us heathens on September 24th, 2025, what then? How does this change your ideology and how you move in this world? Will it make you reflect upon anything critically at all? Or will you just quietly move the goalpost? I don't want to hear about what you're doing to prepare your house for after you're beamed up or whatnot. I don't want to hear about all the Bibles you're stashing for those who are left behind because maybe they can find the Lord for its intrinsic value since the good ones have already been taken away. How will you change if you are still here on the 24th? That is all I want to know. So many of you justify your nonsense with this specific nonsense. So when you have put a timestamp, an expiration date on one of these things, what happens the day after it doesn't happen? Or does it not matter?
Happy Rapture Day, bitch. Y'all still in this bitch. I bet y'all somewhere punching the mother. You thought you weren't going to work today, bitch, didn't you? Boy, y'all know y'all mother ain't me. I know y'all. I know it's somebody right there standing outside, butt booty and punching the air, mad as a mother. Hell, y'all better off waiting on the goddamn aliens to come, bitch.
Y'all, so like, I promise, I'm not laughing at, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's beliefs or anything like that, but I'm driving Uber, right? And so I had no idea that the rapture was coming. And so I picked up this couple from church and they get in my car and, they're weeping. And I'm like, hey, hi, how you doing? Whatever, is everything okay? Because I saw like they were like, not like hysterically crying, but they were like emotional, right? And so I'm like, hey, is everything okay? They were like, yeah, the Lord is coming back. Jesus is coming back tomorrow. And I was like, wait, like tomorrow? They were like, yeah, I think it's like between the 23rd and the 24th. I was like, okay. Now, when I did go to church, I just assumed, this is just me. I thought it said it didn't, they know the hour when he coming back. It's been like 2,000 years since he left, and now he's supposed to be coming back and stuff. So I don't know. It's not my lane. However, they got in the car and they were like weeping until they tell me this. And so we're talking and they're like, well, how are you? Is everything okay in your life? Like, we're trying to donate our money because we're not going to be here. The Lord is coming back and we're going to leave and there's still going to be people here on earth and things are going to change. So how are you doing? I said, I'm okay, but I could always, use some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn down nothing. They were like, okay, well, we were praying and we were all in church and the pastor, he agreed that, the Lord is coming back. And I'm thinking to myself, like, did he agree that the Lord is coming back or did he agree that the Lord is coming back within the next 2 or 3 days? Regardless, they were like, we were just praying because we have all this money. We want to give it away. I'm here. I'm here for the coins. Give me the coins. I'm here. So they were like, we were in church and we prayed like, Lord, we're going to order this Uber and whoever our Uber driver is, we know that this person is going to need this money. So we want to go ahead and bless them with the money. You can. So look it. So they give me like this bundle. So it's like a bundle full of cash. Now keep in mind, in this bundle, there's even coins in it because it was like in this like cup thingy or whatever. So there's even like euros and I see some Canadian money in here. So there's dollars, there's hundreds, there's 20s, there's 5s, like there's all the denominations inside of this. So I have yet to count it up. So I'm going to count it up and come back. Hold on. Okay, so I counted the money. It turned out to be $1,915 and some change. I didn't count all the change. It was probably more. So $1,915. So that's what they gave me in person. So they were like crying and they were like, we just want to bless you. You know, we prayed and we asked the Lord that the Uber driver that we got, that they would actually need this and we would bless them because it's about to get really, really tough after Jesus comes back. Now, I don't know too much about the rapture. I mean, I learned about it, but I don't really remember. I think that if you have the Lord in your life, then you're going to be caught up to meet him. So you're going to leave and like your clothes are going to just, you know, we're going to go in. I guess people like me are going to go into the house and find the people that left, like find their clothes or something like that. So I don't know how it goes, but because there's some people, what if they accepted the Lord, but then they don't live right? But I don't know how it got. I don't know the details of the fine print of it, right? But what I do know is that these people gave me $1,900 today. And so when I dropped them off, they lived in a nice neighborhood. I be driving in a nice neighborhood, y'all, and I be getting the good passengers. So they live in a nice neighborhood. And so they were like, you know what? What's your Cash App? Give us your Zelle. Give us your Venmo. Give us your this. And I was like, okay, I have all of those except Apple Pay. So don't do the Apple Pay. But I do take Cash App. I do take Zelle. I do take Venmo. And I do take cash. So thank y'all for this. They were like, yeah, we want to get together and we're having a prayer meeting tonight and we're going to just put all our money together. We're going to give away houses. We're going to give away cars. We're giving away different things. We're just giving everything away because we won't be here. We're leaving this earth. This earth is temporary. So we want to give away all this stuff and let this be a sign to you that Jesus is real and he's coming back within the next couple of days. I was like, oh, wow. I really thank y'all and I appreciate y'all for this generous donation. It really came in handy. And I will accept any more donations that y'all want to give me.
Why are people filling up their cars with gas, buying canned goods, and toilet tissue if the rapture is coming? It's not a hurricane. This is not a hurricane. It's a rapture. Why do you need gas? Do you think God wants you to drive to heaven? No. You're not going to be driving to heaven. You don't need gas. And why do you need toilet tissue? Taking a shit is going to be the last thing on your mind. And canned goods, you don't need that tuna. Okay, I'm sure the food in heaven tastes really good. I'm sure God has a buffet for us. Okay, whatever you want, I'm sure he got in heaven. Chill, relax. And you know what? As a millennial, ever since I was a kid, like, people always make a big deal about stuff like this. I remember 99, it was the same thing. Everybody was buying gas. Why? The world is about to end. Why do you need gas? Okay, 2012, it was the same thing. People buying gas and toilet tissue and canned goods. You don't need that. The world is going to end. But it probably won't end. It's not going to end, okay? It's not going to end.
Good morning. I am reporting live. It is 7 a.m. September the 23rd here in Asheville, North Carolina. And I wanted to show you guys something. Check this out. I have been up since about 6 a.m. before sunrise. Actually, I think I woke up at 5 a.m. I've been watching, and I haven't seen anybody floating upwards. So maybe it hasn't happened yet, but don't worry. I'm sitting out on my deck, and I will report if I see anybody floating upwards. Take care and go about your days.
So y'all have gotten caught up in the rapture of dumb. It is indeed September the 23rd, and we are still here on Earth. I've just been informed that the rapture has been rescheduled for either tomorrow or Thursday. It is my assumption that Lauryn Hill was in charge of creating a schedule for the Lord's return. Maybe God had to get his chakras in order. This is what happens when you guys do not study the word for yourselves. The word clearly says, no man or woman, or he, she, it, they, or we, will know the day or the hour. Please stop selling and giving your stuff away. Please continue to pay your mortgage, your light bill, your car notes, and put groceries in your home. And stop giving your money away to these snake oil salesmen that have proven today, will prove tomorrow, and even Thursday, that they are nothing more than false prophets. And please don't get caught up in the rapture of dumb.
So today is Tuesday, September 23rd, And you know, people are saying that the rapture is supposed to happen today. I don't know if it already happened, if we still waiting for it to happen. Okay. I don't know, maybe they're going to do it in batches. Like they got a 9 o'clock batch, a 12 o'clock batch, a 3 o'clock and a 6 o'clock, maybe a last minute 9 o'clock p.m. batch. I don't know. I will say this. Brooklyn is uncharacteristically quiet and empty right now. I don't know where the people are at. They probably got raptured up already. I don't know. Or maybe they're all at work. I'm still here, so clearly I didn't get raptured. Maybe I'm gonna be in like one of the afternoon batches, the evening batches. I don't know. I'll probably still be here tomorrow. Did y'all get raptured? Are y'all watching this from heaven? If you watching this, let me know where you at in the comments. Are you on earth? You in heaven? Did you go to hell? I need to know where you at. Also, if there's any billionaires who get raptured, I know it won't be a lot of y'all because rich people don't go to heaven. But for the little bit who do go, can I have your house? Like if you got one of them big fancy apartment buildings in Manhattan, let me have it. Let me have that unit. But I hope you rapture up the property taxes with you because I'm not paying for nothing.
So guys, welcome back. You know, I'm so surprised by the number of people who sold their items and belongings preparing for rapture until I'm asking myself, and I'd like you guys to also answer me this question. For those people who are selling things like their car and taking the money and hoping they would go to rapture with their money, what were they going to buy in heaven? No, maybe they weren't thinking so much ahead as them moving to heaven with their money, but for what reason were you selling your car? You could have given it away, but anyway, for what reason were you selling your car if you believed you were going for rapture? And in that short time, what were you going to purchase with that amount of money? Yeah, right. And also, there was a couple who gave out their money. Right now, they're very broke and they can't really say someone scammed them out of their money. They willingly offered the money. Right. And in today's world where people are struggling, if you walk up to a stranger and say, I believe that this and this is going to happen, so you know what, I just want to give this away. Yeah, it's going to help that stranger, and that stranger is not going to correct you out of your beliefs, because there's some beliefs that are really quite personal and strong. And if you've gotten yourself to a point where you're giving out stuff, people are gonna take them, you know. And I feel like this is the biggest joke of history, because just the way, and I feel like also what Tizian said, the creator from TikTok, is correct. Like society needs to be concerned when you get to a point where when these things happen, and when somebody just wakes up one day and says, you know what, the world is gonna end on this and this day, and then for some people to take it this seriously, you have to question their mental health. You know, that is also a possibility. Right, because there's also another white woman who was going viral because she was giving a manual instruction on how to rapture up to heaven when the rapture day was happening. So she was saying, when the rapture finds you, you don't hold on to anything. Make sure your hands are as free as possible for you to be able to... She was serious. She was seriously telling people how to go about rapture day. And people really made fun of her on the internet because she was speaking as if she's ever been involved in one rapture, you know? And then also, down in South Africa where all this started, there was also another woman, a prophetess, who was giving a dressing code of how to wear when the rapture happens. So she said that women should wear G-strings and women should wear laced panties. If you wear anything else other than that, you will not be raptured. What are they going to do in heaven? But that one, you will not be raptured. That must have been sarcasm. No, she was standing in a podium preaching to her audience, and people listen. People listen. What is South Africa has very weird priests. Not all of them, but some of them, you know. She says if you don't wear laced panties and if you don't wear a G-string, you will not be raptured.
Oh my goodness, people just need to be serious in this
And
life.
I asked
but
myself,
I really feel like people have a lot of issues out there.
no, and it is
they hold on to
such false prophets. They're the ones who are taking advantage of these people, because I was asking myself, okay, if you've told people to wear G-strings and laced panties, what about men? Are they also supposed to wear G-strings and laced panties for them to find their rapture into heaven, or what do they do then in that situation?
But I still can't believe that there are people who really took this seriously. And just because for those people who are religious, and I've seen a lot of people discuss this as much on TikTok, yeah, and those who are religious talk about when the true rapture day comes, nobody will
be aware.
Nobody will be aware. You will be caught unaware. Whatever you're doing, that is how you're gonna be found. You know, you won't have time to prepare. You won't have time to
unhand everything and free your hands for the rapture.
Yeah, guys. So let us know what you think about this episode. But I like how the internet is taking light of this moment. The only part that is being emphasized is that for people who took action and really seriously believed in this and they were preparing for it, they need to be checked mentally, because these people, there's no way these people are okay. And also we talk about religious brainwashing, you know, and this is where it plays a huge important role. I say this because this is not the only case where you see flocks of sheep moving without
following
reason,
blindly without reasoning for themselves.
Exactly. I feel like people are desperate out there to believe in whatever,
in something, so they believe in whatever.
People are holding on to the last bit of hope. Maybe just people have been dealing with so much that they've gotten to a point where they're ready to just hold on to whatever type of hope somebody is giving, you know. So, and these people are quite vulnerable in society, because I do remember a case in Kenya where it really went viral.
Even CNN and BBC did the story.
Exactly. Of a priest called Mackenzie, and he was Kenyan. Yeah? Paul Mackenzie, he was Kenyan. This man was brainwashing his followers to a point
into starving to death.
Yeah, sacrificing themselves. And later on it was revealed that there might be organ trafficking that was going on in that so-called church. So you're being told that
to starve yourself to death,
because God will provide and such things, and you're like, oh, it doesn't even make sense. But for these people, for them to get to a point where they're being told to do things and they're doing it, you can quite clearly see the kind of grip religion has on them, you know.
Right. So guys, let us know what you think about this episode, and also consider subscribing if you're new to our channel, and we'll see you on our next episode.